All right, everybody, welcome to Fusebox Engaged. We were having a really interesting conversation right there, so I didn't want to interrupt too bad, but here we are. And let me introduce my fine guests this evening. We have Piper, of course, right over here.
Hi.
We got we got good old Doc Salem, Nikki the Pipe.
Hey.
We got good old Rob of Cyborg USA.
Hey, everybody.
And we got Peter Gilmore, creator of Rocket Gal and the Mole Men of Mars.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Oh, good night. Good
Welcome,
evening.
everybody. Welcome. I'm still getting used to this hosting thing, so yeah. Let's go ahead and dive on in. I'm thinking about who wants to go first. Let me ask that first.
Not it.
I'll go first really quick. My book is it's already been fulfilled, so it's in demand. If you want to get it, Cyborg USA. It's a story about Super Team USA. They are America's elite athletes. They stop a terrorist attack, and then the terrorists vow revenge. They are maimed in a horrible train collision and reanimated as America's top super killing team of cyborgs. So it's Cyborg USA. 2 issues, 2 comic books, floppy comic books for $25 in demand for a limited time only. So, a lot of people are aware of the project, and we've got a lot of support. I appreciate everybody, and, pretty easy.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I've been looking at your artwork online for a while now, and I'm loving every bit of it.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. That was a Christmas card by Vic King that we sent out to all our backers. That was like a kind of nice, cool, unexpected bonus.
Nice.
The main art is by Pablo Ramiro, who you might have seen on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
his stuff is great. I've been hooked up with him for a couple of years on this project, and he just totally delivered. He designed the characters for me and did the first 2 books. And the cover for issue 2 is Kanan White and Kid Icarus, his colorist. They did an awesome job too. If you scroll down, that cover's there too. So,
you put the cover up already for the second issue?
Yeah, the second issue is. I think it's part of the scroll here. Yeah.
Is this one?
No, that's that image is on the back cover.
Oh,
issue 1.
Oh. So let me see here.
There's a couple clips from issue 1. That's
I heard you got a nudie cover too. Is that true?
No, we don't have a nudie cover. I'll definitely keep that in mind for the next time.
Oh wait, is this it right here?
So that's the Kanan White cover. Yes.
Nice.
I like that. That's
for issue 2. Yeah, it is badass. And so we printed on spot UV for issues 1 and 2. So it's a very cool effect of when the light hits it. The shine off the Killbot and the reflection of Cyborg USA, as well as on issue 1, the stars and stripes behind them. It kind of has that.
Did you give Kanan any direction on this, or was this all out of his head?
No. I gave him some references. The way he posed the characters is a lot like in relationship to the way they're posed on issue 1. But the one that I gave him, the one note that I gave him was to do it. I wanted to sort of homage. I think it's the second printing of TMNT issue 2. I don't know if you know that one from the 90s or 80s, I guess, where it's like the Mouser. So all the turtles are in the reflection of the Mouser.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. So that was kind of the idea, to homage that cover. It's a little more on that cover. It's more side view, and it's monochromatic. And this is kind of more face on, but I thought he nailed it out of the park.
I'm not sure if you know, but you have Wyatt Holiday covering him up the whole time and half.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
The whole time he's been talking, he's been.
I'm trying to see the cover, and I'm like, oh. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess Wyatt's quote's good.
There we go.
See that missing the eyes.
Yeah, now I can see more of the cover.
If anybody wants to see more of Wyatt, please let me know immediately.
No. So, we're super happy with how they came out. You know, a lot of people have read the book now. It's it's gotten in their hands, and we've gotten a lot of like awesome reviews and feedback for it. So, like, now's the time to get it. This is going to be the like when this sells out. That's the first printing of this run. So we're not going to make those available again after they sell out in that form.
Nice. So, you guys are in demand right now?
Yep.
Let me see. So how long do you plan on staying in demand?
I'm not sure exactly. So
Okay.
it depends. It depends on, if we sell a lot in a hurry, I might end it. I might keep it open through the pandemic,
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm still, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to set up, if I can go in demand at one point. And so I just want to I'm curious as to what people think is like a decent amount of time.
Yeah. When I started it, I didn't really like kind of realize the in-demand option. But now it's been like really, really useful. It's like we have sold a lot after we fulfilled. And I think it's great. I mean, I don't know, like if there's a time limit, I think you would probably, if you wanted to start another campaign, you should stop it probably before then. But otherwise, like, I don't see why you shouldn't keep it open until you sell all your books, or, want to end it for some other reason.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Man, this is a great looking project. If you guys haven't backed Cyborg USA yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Well, somebody left, so.
Impressive step up. Yeah, those are the characters. So that's Tina and Rufus, and that's the original character designs for them from
Nice.
Pablo Romero.
Cybernetic leg.
They got kind of sliced apart in the train crash. So the mysterious scientist Hans Ulrich resurrects them, and issue 1 is like the origin story. Issue 2 is like sort of it takes you deeper into the characters and Hans Ulrich, like what his intents are for them. And it's kind of like a little mansion mystery.
Nice. I love this classic. It reminds me of like the Globetrotters back in the day.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about the American Gladiators. I think that's cool too. I like the artists, the superhero looks of like George Perez and oh my God, my brain is in rough shape today. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. That's right? Those guys are like kind of set the like standard for me of like when I was growing up in the 80s of that like kind of simple animation, but like super heroic, clean line kind of look.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I like. There's something kind of like retro, and it gives it that sort of like wholesome kind of quality to it,
I totally agree. I think like, I just like seeing that renaissance, you know what I mean? I like seeing those elements come back because I feel like our culture kind of needs them, in my opinion. We need something light. We need something hopeful,
I really like the art style of like 70s and 80s mainstream books,
Absolutely. Who's this gent right here?
So that's Yuri. He's the leader of the Red Skirts, and the Red Skirts are the anti-globalist, anti-technology terrorist group that go after Cyborg USA.
Nice. Good stuff. Looks like evil Jesus.
Yeah, he's sort of a cross between like Charles Manson and Rasputin, I think.
Oh, Rasputin.
So that's the laboratory where they are reanimated. And
ooh.
Tina's eye opens.
I love that shot.
Yeah. It's cool. The colorist is Lee Miliuski on the first book, and on the second book, it's Michael Beacon, who also has like Seven Legions is his Indiegogo project.
Oh yeah.
So just give a shout out to those guys.
Nice. Look at that. Yeah.
So that's when they wake up for the first time. That's Hans Ulrich and his manservant Carrington, and they're in his mansion, and he's just like, you guys have been through an unimaginable trauma. It's time to chill out. But they're totally suspicious, and they strike out in pursuit of answers.
What happened to his Johnson?
Yeah, well, that's his problem for that scene. So we're kind of planning to build like a longer arc into kind of restoring his Johnson.
That's what we all need.
I don't know about all of us. This is a black and white page from page 2, and these are the Killbots. So they're on the cover. I'm not sure what to say about this, except they've been activated because like the onlookers, one of them tries to get through the gate. That guy's actually this kid's dad. So they come out and the Killbots like capture his kid. Meanwhile, inside, this is like the beginning of issue 2. So there's like a cliffhanger at the end of issue 1, and this is kind of the resolution to that.
Nice.
Sorry, excuse me. And this is Hans Ulrich as a young man, another black and white from issue 2, where he's kind of giving his like backstory about why he why he got into cybernetics and what his kind of vision for the team is.
Is he like, he kind of strikes me like he could be a villain.
Okay.
I mean, I was just thinking that,
I wouldn't disabuse you of that guess.
All right. Cyborg USA. I love this.
It's cool. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback. Everybody who reads it has been saying they really love it. So, this is my first comic book. It's an idea I've had for like a really long time, since I was like in my 20s, and it's just like to bring it to life and to have people read it. Like, I can't even tell you how like awesome it's been. So thanks to everybody who's backed it, and thanks to you for having me on tonight.
Oh, of course. Thank you, man. Cyborg USA. If y'all aren't backing it now, I don't know what to think of you. So let's see who wants to be next.
Go for it,
Peter.
Go for it.
All right.
Girl. Let's rocket girl this shit.
Let's rocket. Let's rocket this shit. Sorry, that's so messed up to say.
Yep, that's me. That's me for you. Then.
So yeah, tell us about Rocket Gal and the Mole Men of Mars.
Well, it's kind of classic serialized sci-fi, like Flash Gordon, that kind of stuff. But with more of a Barbarella twist to it. We've got the half naked lady, which was totally not because it's easier to draw. And the mole men look like that because, well, yeah, again, easy to draw. I'm kidding.
I've been extra distracted by this cover on the internet for quite a while.
yeah. You should see the folders on my laptop. It'll freak you out. It's basically. I mean, the story starts off with it's at the tail end of her last mission. So we get to see her in a different costume. She actually wears some clothes. For a little, about 3 pages. So yeah, end with that because you need a bit of action at the start. We didn't want to go in with just like introducing the characters and whatnot. You need something there at the start, don't you? So yeah. And she's it's not just her. She's got a dog booster. She's got a whole crew that are sort of like hang out in the spaceship. You've got aliens and robots and tentacle monsters.
That's the way to go.
As you do, yeah. The first pages. This is like the end of a mission at the Start of the book, end of the first mission. Yeah. We're going to try and I think we're going to try and do that every time. Just to give it, it's just a bit something different to look at. You don't want to look at Mars all the time. It's red.
I'll tell you, I think the thing I like the most about this project, like, I'm kind of odd, but I think the thing I like the most is it kind of reminds me of a lot of the imagery that they were using in the Fallout games. I don't know if you played those.
Yeah. Played the Fallout.
But like,
it's that retro look. It's that. We've kind of based it in.
It's that 50s style.
Yeah, it's sci-fi as they imagined it back then. So they used to have all the expos and stuff, and the world of tomorrow and all that crap. Yeah, it's kind of like everything's it's futuristic, but it's a retro future, if that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense, and it's again this is another thing that we need more of.
So you've got ray guns and kind of a lot of tropes, a lot of cheesy villains, and because I like that kind of stuff. Her spaceship, her rocket looks like a kid's rocket from the 50s.
Absolutely.
There's the mole man, the evil mole man, terrifying. Turds with arms and legs.
They are the most adorable sources of evil I've ever seen.
Yeah. We've actually got Charlie's London's knitting one for me. She did you see the Baby Yoda she knitted for Ethan? Yeah, she's knitting a mole man at the moment.
Oh, that is great. So what's up with the question mark right here?
Well, that's one of the drawn in tiers. They
had
are
a feeling.
They are the scientists that Rocket Girl goes to rescue. They've been kidnapped, whisked away to Mars. On Mars, they were there doing experiments, digging for samples and stuff. And they're ongoing characters as well. So in future books as well, they are the guys. Like Q in James Bond, who gives out all the gadgets and stuff. That's them, kind of the brightest minds in the galaxy, sort of thing.
Good stuff.
So, and then if anyone wants to buy that tier, you don't have to have your face exactly. I can turn you into an alien. You can have tentacles. You can have whatever you want.
Ooh,
and I mean
tentacles.
And I mean, if you guys get this perk, you will love the science.
You will love the science. One of them's gone already, I think, and then the other one's and I think the other, because we've got another drawn in tier as well. That one's like one of those is gone as well.
The best,
awesome.
The best characters on Earth love the science.
They are, they'll be there giving Rocket Galley gadgets, or if she's going to some planet and she needs to know something, they'll be the dudes to tell her what's what.
I'm sorry, Preston. What were you saying?
No. I was actually thinking of doing this for one of my other campaigns, but doing a 3D ash can, where it's just like magenta and blue. But that would work perfect for Rocket Girl.
Yeah. Well, I've been talking to I was going to say William Hayes from Ailsa Dark.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a 3D comic as part of his campaign, which is now closed, sadly, so you can't get it. Too late.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him, and he was sending files over and showing me how to do different ways of doing 3D. So there's the standard kind where you've got like this magenta and cyan, isn't it? You've got red and blue, and it's kind of separated slightly. And then there's another really complicated way of doing it using like fading textures and weird. He sent me one of the files, and I'm like, what the?
You are still going to have to forward that to me. I gotta see it.
It's clever. It uses gradients, so it's not just flat images in front of each other. It's like, it's good.
Nice.
So let's see here. She is so scantily clad.
I know. I mean, see, look at the spaceship. That's just like a kid's toy.
Like the biggest penis ever.
Well, I didn't think of that. Someone also pointed out the end of a ray gun is like, and I'm like, dude, I didn't
It does
mean
kind
it
of look
like
like a ray gun.
Damn it.
I like that it's got an old school look to it too. Like it's all like pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, I sat for ages designing like almost everything in it. You know, sort of. Oh, Mandy's here, by the way, in the back room.
Oh, cool, awesome.
Yeah, I sort of sat designing stuff, trying to get the look sort of like retro enough. Watching episodes of the Jetsons and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I love all that.
I can see that inspiration right here. Looks like Rosie the robot.
You should do a sexy version of Rosie in there, just to.
Yeah, I think if you go up, you'll see like the cityscape of Earth. There you go, and that top left panel there. Yeah, the building that's actually the headquarters, one with the big light on the top. That's actually it is a building from the Jetsons.
Nice.
I just thought, yeah, why not stick it in there?
And I love Captain Crunch over here.
Space Commander, that is, yeah, of International Space Command, Intergalactic Space Command. I always say international. I get confused with. Do you remember Thunderbirds?
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was International Rescue. Yeah, but it's all cheesy stuff like that. Because I love that stuff, and why not? And why not? Why it's the same? Why it's writing it? We're both into the same stuff. We're both into Flash Gordon and John Carter and all that kind of stuff.
And I love this. I love the way you have your stretch goals set up here.
Yeah, we're doing. So the first one's unlocked. That's the first trading card, and we're doing them. They're a complete rip-off of. Do you remember the Mars Attacks cards?
Vaguely.
Because Mars Attacks started off. It wasn't a book or a comic or a movie. It was just trading cards, and there was a picture on the front and part of the story on the back.
Oh wow!
So the trading cards will tell the story of the comic, with panels from the comic as the front of the card. And then I've kind of vintaged them up a bit with some textures. And
how many cards are you doing, Peter?
Well, some of them will be available on the campaign, and some will be available on Comics Avalon, the website.
Okay.
So there's going to be, I don't know, I think maybe 40, something like that.
I used to love those with I was thinking lately, like Star Wars or like stuff like that, like movies and stuff. I would collect a lot of those as a kid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars ones, because they were the same. They kind of told the story, didn't they?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was either that or like the ones you get nowadays, where it's all stats and stuff. And I'm not. I'd rather have these kind of things with that tell a story.
Well, that's what we were thinking about doing that for a future campaign. So that's
yeah, it's a good idea, man. It's a good idea. It makes them more collectible. People want to collect them all then.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
I even went out and bought a pack of a full set of the Mars Attacks cards from eBay because I was like, yeah, let's go. I'll get them.
Those are
the original ones.
Those are totally hilarious.
Yeah, not the original ones though, because they're like $3,000 or something stupid.
Right.
I got the 1980s reprints.
I see that you've got sold out covers by an artist named Mandy Summers. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's sketch cards. That was.
Who is that? Who is that Mandy Summers person? Who is that?
I think she's a cheesecake girl, like one of those cheesecake models.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah, because Mandy's the editor. She's the one who cracks the whip and makes me do stuff.
Well,
you don't have a ball gag in your mouth while she's doing that.
Not this week.
No, not at the moment.
It doesn't sound like a very bad punishment,
It'd have to be a very long whip, like 4,000-mile whip.
So yeah,
I would love that. Like over the Atlantic. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hear the crack like 3 hours later.
So we are already in demand. Do you have?
No, we're not in demand. We're
not in demand.
No,
we still got 24 days left.
Yeah.
You're fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good, dude.
We decided to go with 60 days straight off the bat. So So we're kind of halfway in.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it slowed down a bit, and then it picks up, and then it slows down. It's but yeah, we're more than happy with where it's going at the moment.
Are you guys gonna go in demand?
Maybe very briefly, but we want to. The idea is that as soon as the campaign closes, it goes to print, and we get it out to people straight away.
That, I mean, yeah, that's probably the most sensible way of doing it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it depends. If we've got an overprint, we'll see. We need to talk about that. If there's an overprint, we can keep a track of how many we're selling and keep it going a little bit.
You know, with Cyborg USA, we announced as a campaign that we were going to do a 500 print run. You know, so we only sold 150 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we just can keep it open as long as we sell those out. I don't know how big a print run you want to do over what you get, but it's nice to kind of have like a set number that it's like whatever.
Nice.
Sorry, just drinking.
I like the Cyborg USA theme song.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh wait, isn't there a video?
Oh shoot, we should play that. Give me 1 sec. That totally slipped my mind.
Oh, and hi y'all.
So yeah. Mandy has joined us.
But you got to get that catchphrase in, man. You can't.
Like what?
Wyatt just said in the chat, so about a month in demand we're going. Just throughout fulfillment, we'll be in demand.
Okay. Nice. I'm gonna be going in demand, hopefully, because where we're set right now, we're only gonna be doing about 25 pages, but I'd like to get that up to about 50. And so I have to double what I need to earn.
Yeah. Oh, we were on 24, but 24 wasn't enough to tell what we wanted to. We needed the fun stuff and it's all fun stuff, but the fun stuff and the backstories and building up the team and let you know who everyone is and all that stuff. And 24 wasn't really enough to do all that, so we upped it straight away to 32. The first $0 stretch goal is upgrade to 32 pages.
The theme song isn't on the Indiegogo page, so it's the video is a little bit long. You might want to, you know what I mean. Maybe if you want, I'll get the link and you can play that.
Okay. Okay.
I'll put it in the chat over here.
Not a problem. So who would care to go next? And don't worry, Jade. I am slow, but I am working.
Peregrine?
I was about to say I'll do Peregrine when you get a mod.
Oh well.
Get that mod.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how YouTube works.
Click his name in the YouTube chat.
Mandy, your backdrop really confused me then. I just looked at the screen. It's like, that's a different room.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was told to go to the YouTube page.
For the stream, the actual YouTube chat.
Yeah, and I clicked the 3 dots.
Yeah.
Manage moderators. I'm assuming that's what I have to click.
Yeah, make a moderator for his name.
So what did I just put in Jade Spider-Man?
I think, don't you go to the actual chat itself?
Yeah, you go to the chat itself.
Oh, Lord.
And you put Jade Spider-Man's name in the chat, and it'll give you 3 dots.
I see that. I'm feeling like such an old man. Wait.
You boomer.
I know I'm only 30, yet I act like I'm 50.
Nothing wrong with being 50. I'm old, I know.
Peter, how old are you?
50.
Oh, well, my bad. I act like I'm 75.
That's better. That's better.
I'm 42 on Saturday. That's not a plug for a happy birthday. I'm just
Happy birthday.
no, come
But
on.
happy birthday.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna make you wait till Saturday. I'll tell you happy birthday on Saturday.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
worried I'll forget because I'm not good at remembering nothing. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
have
it
an
early.
excellent memory.
I'm worried about that too, Piper.
Okay, God, I feel like an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. So okay, I got to get his name into this approval thing
No,
or whatever.
no, no, you don't.
Or I don't.
You don't though. You just have to go to your stream on YouTube, view it,
Yes.
and view the chat
Yes, the
on
chat.
YouTube.
Yes, I see it.
Then find his name.
There it is.
Click
I got
the 3 dots on the side. Like mine only gives me report and block.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
Open up the whole new world.
Now, afterwards, put in your debit card number.
Yeah,
You
you
need-
type it right into the chat.
Do you need my social?
No, just the pin that goes with it. Just
Oh,
the pin.
okay.
I want the social.
It worked. It worked, Jade.
There you go, Jade.
Dope.
I had to hold my campaign hostage.
That's what it was all about.
I think Jade's a moderator on every single channel now.
Yeah, but he's a really good one, though.
Yeah, true.
He's
I
not
honest-
working.
I honestly didn't even, I didn't know we were ready for moderators yet. I didn't. He didn't.
You guys are doing
yeah.
amazing.
Well, usually
Yeah.
having at least 1 or 2 people wrenched so that at least one of them will show up when you're streaming
Yeah.
is always good to have because they will, well, besides just moderate, most of them will also be put links in the chat for you and stuff.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I should have done that a long time
Yeah, 'cause
ago.
we can't put links in the chat unless we have a wrench. So you get some wrenches out there and they'll do it for you.
Well, you want to get wrenched?
No, because then mod duties would be expected of me, and I like it when other people do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
So to me, it would just be a title. I wouldn't even like look at my wrench. I might
Oh,
put
big
Comics
one.
Avalon link in there. That'd be
Lord Almighty. Lord Jesus. We are here with Peregrine, Wings of the Falcon. And I think Piper should let us know a little bit about this campaign.
okay. Well, the Reconstruction Universe, the goal of it in general is because we're sick of the deconstruction of the superhero plus everything being all grim dark all the time now. And
Nice.
we want a modern superhero story, but we want it told in the way they used to tell them. So that's the goal here, and it starts with Peregrine. So her books are going to not only introduce you to her, but kind of introduce you to get your bearings into the universe as it is right now and stuff. There'll probably be backstories later, though, but it starts you at the end of a cataclysm instead of at the beginning.
Nice switch up.
Yeah, so stuff just happened. They obviously, the day was saved eventually, but at the cost of a lot of the world's superhero population. So the, surviving villains that are still out there obviously want to take advantage of this.
Obviously.
Peregrine, however, was not interested in superheroing.
Really?
Yeah. She kind of she had a disconnect with her dad when she was younger. She thought she was being groomed for the superhero thing, and that he was just nothing but obsessed with the superhero thing. So
Yeah.
she kind of took it out on him. It started to crack in her relationship, and she went off to college and was just planning on doing whatever, had no interest in superheroing. There are, superpowered people in this world, and not all of them are superheroes. Not all of them are villains either, just some of them are just,
Neutral.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do this book, I love the artwork for this book immensely. This is everything I could have wanted for this. It's here,
I am super excited that we got a hold of Doug for this. He's been on some of the mainstream comics, but he really understood what we were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Tone-wise and look-wise and, style and everything. And then we should be able to pretty soon start swapping some of these sample pages out with their colored versions. He and Farah are working really awesome together on the colors. So, Farah's doing the colors.
Yeah.
But it's, she's getting feedback from Doug, and it's great because, they're bouncing ideas off each other about how to color his work. And it's just cool to see. How that all comes together.
Oh, absolutely.
Piece by piece behind the scenes. It's really cool.
Absolutely. You guys have a great concept. You guys have, awesome, great looking characters. I would love to date Peregrine if she was a real person.
Right?
Can you make that happen?
Unfortunately, she don't real.
Everybody go get a bra, put it on our heads. We're about to make a woman.
Oh man. Is this this looks like some virtual reality training or something.
It's a mix of virtual reality and actual physical room.
Nice.
She clearly was not, she wasn't interested in the superhero thing, so she's got to get the hang of it.
But,
I ran out of steam because I'm like, well, this panel says, what she's doing. Shows. And she gets her butt whooped.
Well, no,
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was just saying, no, I think that's great that y'all added the backstory of, there's a little bit of an internal conflict going on where this was not her profession of choice. This is not something that she wanted. It's something that she feels like she has to do.
Yeah.
We were talking about this book last night on when I was doing Micah's channel. We were talking about books that are in Comicsgate that can compete and actually blow away any type of mainstream book that's out there. And this one came up because you guys put a lot of work into it. Even right now, seeing these black and white pages, I almost prefer it in black and white because it looks so good.
It does look really good in black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already really love it this way, but
yeah, because the artwork's so strong. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't read it, but I'm guessing the story's going to be strong too, because it doesn't seem like you'd go ahead and put that much work into the art and skimp on the story.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So yeah, this is when I'm telling people, fuck all this drama shit, put your head down and get the work done. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Shit like this. This is the type of stuff we need because we have a limited amount of time until these dumbasses try to get their act together in the mainstream, and we need to win over as many fans as possible. And this is where we start, right here with Peregrine, and Outlaw Nights and all these other Comicsgate projects. Yeah.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
You were really nervous at first to launch the campaign when we did because the shutdowns had just started happening after we got this far into it, and we were like, well, do we hold it off until everything's back to normal, and we were just like, no, let's just go with our original date we picked and see what happens.
Well,
And
tell me about it. Like when I launched Doc Salem for the second time, I was like, it's going to hit this time. Oh, like a couple of days later, everything's shutting down. I'm like, fuck, dude. What are you crazy?
right?
I was like, this thing's cursed.
I think with all that shit though, like the sooner was better than later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
and it kind of
definitely.
ended up working because the way our story works, I was like, well, it's kind of funny because now it's accidentally allegories to, real world stuff happening without, trying to be.
Yeah, I know, right?
And
That's
I was
the
like,
best
so it
kind.
just kind of works out a little bit, but there will be, this has made its funding. So everything outside of here is just trying to get those stretch goals that I really, really want to do.
Well, that's
because-
another thing too. Like when people say like comics are dead, not for us. Everything we're doing is being funded. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Mainstream's dead. Long live Comicsgate.
Amen.
Long live Paragon.
We did want to, we're reconstructing, not just the superhero genre, but kind of taking back that, Superman used to be cool, Batman used to be cool, a lot of Marvel heroes used to be, cool before everybody just worried about their personal problems, and it turned into soap opera stuff. So we were kind of trying to release a competitor that would be, Comicsgate, because we kept seeing a lot of people going, well, sure, these books are successful, but they're you're not going to have your own like Batman, or, they're never going to compete with basically the superhero books.
Never
that
say
kept getting
never.
lauded around. You're not going to have a character as iconic as Spider-Man and stuff like that. And that was a challenge. It was like, all right, well, let's start giving Comicsgate some superhero stuff to work with.
Yeah, plus
and
they
this
never
universe
counted on...
is... Oops.
No. But, I mean, plus they never counted on CV-19 because now the playing field's even.
Yeah.
And one thing I have to commend you guys on is coming in at the end of a Cataclysm. Like you've set yourself up for a prequel that can be like Crisis on Infinite Earths or something like that, which is awesome. And that's like, so when people buy Peregrine, are they going to get hints of what happened before, like when the crisis happened or something like that? And
Yeah.
Are you guys planning on doing a prequel?
They kind of get hits as to what happened. But it's my brain. Whoop. There it goes. I believe what they're saying is they want to do a prequel. At first, they had all this information that they wanted to trickle it to like the mailing list people. But I was kind of like, but there's too much of this world building information that maybe once you get people, hooked on the current team as is, then yeah, you can make a comic where we're going back and see, to find out what happened before this team was made.
What you're saying, that's smart. Because you don't
Great
want to overload
strategy.
them. You don't want to try and do like DC did with their movie franchise, where Marvel took 5 movies to build up this big like ultimate thing, and DC was like, "Nah, we'll do it in 2." It totally failed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're doing it right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
DC did it in like one scene. There was like one scene where they put all the shit into like the, like these watching all the like, it's like, you know what I mean?
Hey, we just launched Superman. We're gonna do Justice League next, and
That was exactly what I was going to
these
talk
heroes
about.
that nobody
Yeah.
knows about.
That was exactly what I was going to mention. How it's like, yeah, don't put Justice League before the other heroes have their solos. you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Well,
It was,
Piper, I'm really interested in like what, like, I think you guys should definitely take your time with doing a prequel. Like maybe you like have to lay out narratively some of the things that happened. But I'm interested in like some of the heroes that didn't make it, or like some of the big battles that like set people off in a different direction.
Yeah, that's what's got me curious too, is like what happened to her dad, what happened to all these heroes that you're building monuments to, and what happened to a mother, like all this kind of stuff. Like history behind the hero is definitely important. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and, is it what it seems too? You know.
Yeah.
We wanted, to make this number one like an entry, a good entry point where you're not getting bombarded with so much backstory that you can enter, here and go along. But they will start making you, you'll get hints and it'll start making you wonder more and more. And I think as we have even the characters that don't get a mention in this thing because they technically died in the big event, they still have all their information. Like we've already wrote up characters that aren't even alive anymore. So they're gonna get used. I think though that when we do a prequel, I just don't think we can fit it in the same amount of pages. I think it's gonna have to be a bigger book. So
if I was you guys, I would go ahead and leak it as a as a backstory within Peregrine. Like after the story's over, do like a prologue or something like that, and go ahead and do like fucking Tales of the Falcon or some shit like that, and leak it out there. Be like a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to take all your clothes off at once. You want to tease them a little bit before you actually give up the money shot.
I see what you're saying. That is why we liked one of the perks, to get people hyped about the mailing list when we were doing that was little bits of information is going to get sent out in emails just to the mailing list. That gives so those people get a little more of an insight into some of the history and backstory and world building. Once the campaign launched, we got really, really busy. So we've only done one of those emails, unfortunately, but it was cute. It was a little newspaper clipping from back in the day, way before this cataclysm thing, this cataclysmic event happened and stuff. And also a lot of the characters, like I'm hoping to do a solo book for Lupa, but I want to do some other stuff first so she can just, be in the team. But even her backstory, like her books would give you a peek into what happened, or at least what things were like before the big event and kind of what happened during the big event.
Nice.
But I don't want it. I want, and I think that's what they were saying too. The way comics used to release, where, we're starting with Peregrine. Peregrine has a number 1, a number 2. She doesn't have like 5 number 1s, alternate universe number 1s and all this stuff. She's got her line that, she's the focus. Even if the rest of the team is there. And then other characters, they could be the focus of their own books that have a number 1 and a number 2 and can coincide a little bit, but you don't need one to understand the other. But that's thinking way in the future. Like,
are you guys going to do a booby
hard
cover?
Not to.
Everybody, like, we all already want to, like, we're all chomping at the bit to write the next one already. And I'm like,
I thought you said yours about
enough. What?
I thought you said, like I asked if you was going to do a booby cover. I thought you was about to say, we're chomping at the bit to put out a booby
put out a booby cover. No, but we don't, one of our stretch goals is to get, one more cover, but have it be, something really out there and different and awesome or something.
Maybe in a fine art type of thing.
Yeah, maybe in a maybe. And we haven't decided the content of that, so I don't know if I would say booby cover, but maybe
no, don't do a booby cover. I was just joking.
Right? I was like, but maybe more cheesecakey. I don't know.
If you do that, market it straight to War Campaign.
Get on Raging Golden Eagle and just pimp it down there.
Whoop.
The War Campaign cover.
I came up with a brilliant idea for your backstory. I figure I will write your backstory and I'll be like Ryan Johnson, where I'll just subvert everyone's expectations. Like, everybody thinks like, oh, they died in this horrible battle. And it's like, no, they all died of COVID-19. That's it.
You have to make sure that you don't read any of the other materials for Just a book. Do not read this book or any materials before writing their backstory.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want to go in.
You might accidentally get something right, so you don't want that.
No, exactly. I want it to be completely different, and then when people complain, I'll be like, "Look, why are you being such man babies about this? All right, sure, it's illogical, but it's not meant to be logical. It's meant to be fun."
And make all the characters dark and gritty, no matter what their personality is supposed to be.
Yeah,
Make
it's totally against their fucking nature.
Make
Yeah.
it like a stripper
Space walruses.
story.
Space walruses and space owl bird things. And sporces. Oh no, the sporces was the last one, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think the public's hungry for actual heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all this bullshit.
Just good
that
comics,
putting
man.
out.
We just want good comics.
Like a good story, because there's none out there.
Yeah. I don't want 10 pages of Iceman eating noodles.
Fuck. Dude, I mean, or bitching because he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I'm so gay.
Yeah.
I just ice myself.
That's his conflict. Is he's mad that he's gay. He's mad at the very truth of the matter.
That'd be like a four-issue run for them.
Yeah. I mean, it's horrible, dude. I mean, what happened to the Chris Claremonts and all that kind of stuff? Everybody, like, when they said that, and I mentioned this on Micah's show too, like Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld, all these guys are like, where's the breakout artists and writers? Where are they at? It's been, how many years since the last breakout artist, and they're at Comicsgate, stupid.
Pretty much.
Because most of them were passed up.
Yeah,
they're probably 100% making way more, working on Comicsgate books than they would working for the mainstream too. It was just sad.
Well, even the writers. I mean, you got to figure, because when you hire people on their political beliefs and you're not hiring them on talent, guess what you don't get?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And all the rejects and the broken toys are here.
Well, I think it's about time to play this here trailer. What say y'all?
Yeah,
We're gonna play the other people's trailers too, though, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I was like,
got-
because I'm pretty sure we missed the other trailers.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Cyborg USA. We missed that
We
trailer.
could play it. I just put the theme song up. You could play that at some point.
Okay. I mean, just
I
let
like
me
it.
know.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
It may not load. Uh-oh. Well,
Let's stop playing.
let's take a look at
that's the
Salem,
30-second
shall
one.
we?
Wait, that's the mini one anyway. That's not the real trailer. Real
yeah,
trailer's
go
on the
with the real
top.
one.
Go to the top.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, that one's just a 30-second one. It's not even.
Our heroes have been taken from us.
Your heroes are dead. They're gone.
The question now becomes, who will be our heroes? Who will step up? Who will become the icon for a future generation? Who will be ready to take on the mantle?
I'm ready.
Graded Point 5 presents the Reconstruction Universe and our first title, Peregrine, Wings of the Falcon. Peregrine is a 48-page plus graphic novel, reminiscent of the style of comics that we enjoyed. Now available on Indiegogo.
God, that's a sexy trailer.
Our hero.
It really is.
Who did the voice for Jessica? Was that you, Piper?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And John said that he wanted us to talk more about the story in that trailer. So I actually had recorded more lines, like from
wow.
Jessica's point of view. So saying her point of view, they never got put in there. We never changed it. I don't know if we're going to or if we're just leaving it because it's been working.
Yeah, it seems fine to me.
They said they liked the lines though, so I'm like, we'll see, I guess.
So let's see. Who wants to go next? Mandy or Preston?
Mandy, you got a new project?
I was gonna show Wart the Wizard off.
Yeah, do that. I'll go last. I don't care. Yeah.
All right.
That works.
Is that your house for real, or is that a backdrop?
That's a backdrop. My husband would never let me paint this much pink in our living room. I get away with it with my bedroom. No, there's no way. He lets me have the bedroom the way I like it because he wants to get what he wants in the bedroom. But the living room, he wouldn't let me. It would look like that if I had a choice, though.
If the backdrop dropped, it would look like a dungeon with all kinds of whips and stuff.
Yes, my red room of pain.
Red room.
See that? It's sad because I honestly was thinking that was Mandy's house, and I was like, "Damn, she has got a great setup. Like, good lord."
I was thinking she must live by herself.
Yeah, no way he'd let me get away with this much paint.
So, Mandy, let us know about Wart the Wizard.
All right. Well, the first thing I want you guys to know is this campaign is closing out in 14 days, and we will be starting fulfillment. So I'm really, really excited to get this book in everybody's hands. Wart the Wizard is a story that I created, basically telling bedtime stories to my little girl. It's about a level 1 wizard named Wart. He has no spells. So in kind of the things I used to love when I was a kid, like King's Quest and Leisure Suit Larry, he has to go and find items and figure out how to use them to continue in his story. You got this little level 1 wizard with no spells that gets harassed by everybody. They give him some, because he doesn't have a beard either. And in Brightmoor, having an epic wizard beard is the most important thing ever. And Wart doesn't have one. So the entire story, Wart's running around, bumbling, trying to get a beard to appear to be a great wizard, when in all reality, he's not. So he ends up in front of Grey Moss, a epic wizard. So it's cute. I wrote this with the parents in mind. It gives you something fun to read to your little ones. So it's totally age appropriate for all ages. It's got a lot of gaming references. There's some ninja looting going on. Wart dons his ninja attire and may steal some items off of corpses. It comes with 2 ash cans. One of them, it comes with Sunday Follies by Dark Gift. It is so funny. It's amazing. And then also, you can also purchase Nan the Necromancer that will tell you how Wart ends up with the first item in his inventory, which is a cupcake. So it totally fits perfectly. And in Sunday Follies, he's trying on different hats and going through different scenarios, trying to find his ultimate epic wizard hat. So, yeah.
Wow, I love that idea. I think that's great.
Well, thank you.
Well, no, I like I like taking aspects of video games and making kind of a comedy out of it, because I'm big into video games, especially like RPGs. So this totally, you're speaking my language.
Yeah. He will run into an overzealous guild. that anybody that's played online games know about how guilds can be. So, to join, you have to be available from this time to this time, and you have to accept that you're getting like tier 3 loot to begin with before you can, you got to go on like 40 raids before you upgrade to get tier 2 loot. Yeah. So there's a lot. I basically took a little bit of everything that I loved growing up and put it in this book. If you look at the picture that's on the screen right now, you'll see the photo behind Wart. That was done by Selena. I don't know if you guys know her, but with Mike Murphy. That was some fan art that she sent me, and it was so cute. That's her baby hugging Wart. So there's a lot of fan art that I've thrown in to the book. The characters do level up. They do have, Wart does have an inventory. He does have an experience bar. So there's just a lot of little things that you'll notice going through that, should give you a little chuckle because it's ridiculous. But I think everybody is going to absolutely love it. It is, it's my dream come true right here. The fact that I got funded and it's done so well is just like what? It's completely mind blowing to me. So,
I just got distracted by these Funko Pops.
I know. John Hayes does those. I bought one. He is incredible.
He does custom.
Custom, yes, custom Funkos.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
You need to hook me up. Like, give me his name.
John Hayes, he's on Twitter. He's on, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but no, he's amazing. He did one for Tug as well. Yeah, but no, he's mine is absolutely incredible. He made the box for it and everything. It's awesome.
How many did you get? Did you get a bunch of them?
I just bought the one. He is working on the other ones.
We got to talk. This is amazing.
Yeah. He is just, and his art is incredible. If you look at his drawings, it is like he is almost as detailed as Peter, if not the same. I mean, his high detail. He's incredible.
Peter just sent me a message. He said, "How dare you?"
Now, did he say it the Greta Thunberg way, or did he say it the normal
How
way?
dare you?
Preston, I think John Hayes' handle on Twitter is John Hayes Art. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but he is absolutely he's an incredible artist. So yeah, and he was kind enough to add a few of those onto my campaign. So we're going to be doing a drawing for that.
So you can do a few. He doesn't just okay. Right,
yeah.
sweet.
No, he does. He could probably do one for each character if he had the time. He just had a little baby though, so he's busy. But hit him up. He is absolutely incredible.
That looks amazing. Like I really like that.
It's gorgeous. Everybody will be receiving a free bookmark. We've got some prints up there from some really incredible artists that everybody that backs is going to get. And again, you're going to get Sunday Follies for free. But I think everybody's really going to like it. If you like the old games, like, King's Quest and games like that, I think people are really going to like it. So super excited.
And I've just been talking all the way through that and talking to you, and I was on mute.
Oh.
probably
I was wondering. I was like, "Ooh, I think I just pissed him off."
No, I was muted. I was just gonna say, he did those Umbrella Girl ones for Tug, and I was like, "Oh, I want one of those." Tug bought them all before I got a chance. God damn it,
bastard!
Yeah. So
Tug.
Well, let's see. Should we check out this here trailer?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Best trailer ever.
Best trailer ever.
It's
Okay.
ridiculous, is what it is.
I love
awesome.
it. It's one of my favorites.
Same here. Brilliant.
Well, I think we have to.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't put share.
You didn't share audio when you shared the page. Do a
Dude.
voiceover, Mandy.
Ben,
I can't remember the words. I know
you can't
that
hear it.
Chances that Wart's going to level up.
you've seen this trailer a lot.
I've seen this trailer.
Because I can't remember shit.
Yeah, can you do the words, Peter?
God damn it. Go on, you can do this bit.
I think he's got us all muted. Like we can't.
I do not.
But then you need to turn the sound on.
Oh,
You didn't share
Oh.
sound.
You didn't share
Oh.
sound. We've been telling you the whole time.
whoops. Yeah, okay. That was bound to happen. So hang on.
I was okay with it. I was just going to let it
No,
go.
you can't not share
Oh.
sound on this one.
I was about
Piper,
to do a
do notice
voiceover.
though, when I do the kitchen part, the fact that I look like I'm in a giant's kitchen. The damn stove comes up to my shoulders. It's
Oh, you
ridiculous.
bastard.
No one's looking at the kitchen.
I have never noticed before, and then last time we played this, you said it afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna look now this time.
Hey y'all, it's Mandy. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk to you guys about my new comic book, Wart the Wizard, that is now on Indiegogo. So a few things you should probably know about Wart is Wart the Wizard loves cupcake. Oh, so even though it's miserably hot outside, there is still a 50% chance that our hero Wart will level up. Really? Wart, watch out! While our oven's preheating,
It is ginormous.
collect items and then figure out how to use them along the way to progress in his story. Okay. He loves cupcakes. I'm done. Hey, what am I doing? I'm just checking out a couple pages from my comic book, Wart the Wizard.
Na 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 na.
Oh my god, and
Want to
you're
come check it out with
and
me?
you're playing Never Gonna Dance
Wart the
Again.
Wizard has 90 full color pages of epic adventure. Wart has an experience bar and also an inventory to store items until he figures out a use for them. Every character in Wart the Wizard has levels and can be examined at any time. You guys are not going to want to miss a moment of the action.
So what are you waiting for? Order now.
Where's the shorts?
No, I'm never gonna dance again. I've been given.
You're so tight. Great.
That was classic.
Well,
After-
I said when I made that at the time, and now music videos on, Indiegogo campaigns are the big thing. But when I did mine and I was looking at what other people had, a lot of it was just people sitting and in front of their camera talking about the book. And I was like, that I'm going to feel awkward doing that. So yeah, I went this route because of course that's so much less awkward, right?
Yeah, but it was good though. Like
It's-
that's what
Thank
it
you.
was original.
Entertainment is the
Yeah.
key.
I really like that video because you were like going for something different. So good job.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah, when I-
infomercial setup. That's my favorite
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought that was
that's
cool.
that's what I was trying to do is make it like a bunch of late night infomercials that we've all seen over the years, staying up real late at night and you see God, those stupid Time Life commercials and the nut guy, you'll love my nuts. You'll love my nuts. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
How about ShamWow?
ShamWow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he get his tongue bit by a hooker?
Oh, yeah, he did. That's right.
He did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and then he hit her. He punched her in the face or something like that.
Yeah,
and
something
she called
like
the
that.
cops.
He was in jail
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, because he was
Wow.
around the hookers.
Time Life taught me about the value of Yanni. So
Yanni, he plays
Yes.
the flute-like instrument. It's not really a flute, but it's a flute-like instrument. Yeah,
Oh,
I remember Yanni.
oh yeah, Yanni to me kind of defined my childhood. You know.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
My
No.
favorite Time Life ad was that Supernatural book series ad where the guy like leapt out of a 7-story window to his death, and then a gust of wind blew him back in. Do you remember that?
I
Like,
do
you
remember
serious?
that.
They're like, yeah, it was like part of the the sales pitch. They're like, in like blah 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 blah, New York City, a man jumped from the 8th floor and a gust of wind blew him back to the safety. What happened? Mysteries.
I remember that.
I had the Mystic Places series.
Oh,
from
that's
Time
awesome.
Life.
I remember
I
those.
love that shit. That was
Yeah.
way back then.
It's roughly the same series. That would have been like an extension of that series, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. Now I'm grabbing.
A sandwich.
No, I'm grabbing good old
Dude.
Cyborg USA's musical number.
It is
cool.
so freaking good. It's like I still to this day, like I haven't heard it in a while, but I'll still be like doodling or something like Cyborg USA. Like I'm doing it. It's
So
good.
this is my boy Darren that I went to film school with like 20 years ago, and we used to run a radio show in college together.
Oh,
So
nice.
just to let you know, that's who's doing the vocals and wrote the song.
I went to film school too.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Well, where'd you
Yeah. UNO.
go? Okay. I was in Bozeman, Montana.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I went to art school, but you wouldn't know it. I want to see, Rob, your next campaign, your next video. I want to see you lying on a bed in rainbow hot pants.
Fucking A, man. I do too. Who does? I want to see that tonight.
But you need
Yeah.
a cigar. You need to be smoking the
With-
cigar
yeah.
while you're doing it.
Yes.
Baby oil. Make sure to put the baby oil.
Yes. Smoke the cigar in the face,
My birthday is Saturday.
and then light up.
Make a mental note, everybody.
Get on Amazon, send him some rainbow hot pants.
No, not rainbow. He has to have American flag hot pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have. Well,
USA right across the butt.
I don't know if you guys know. I used to when I first started doing appearances on shows, I wore this American
Yeah.
bathrobe, right? And I don't have it anymore because I had to give it to this girl in our hotel room who
boy.
along with her like American pants of the kind that you're asking for. So my friend Fritz had a good time with her.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
On that note, I'm gonna play this Cyborg USA song.
Cyborg USA, Cyborg USA. They got the skills to pay the bills and help the president along the way. Cyborg USA, Cyborg USA. They got street smarts and lots of parts, and they made it robotic ways. They all died in a train crash, and their bodies were torn apart. Resurrected by Hansel Rick. Now they are a brand new start. Yeah, Cyborg USA. Cyborg USA. They got the skills to pay the bills. They do our will, designed to kill. And they made it good. USA, USA, USA.
Nice.
Nice.
So that what I like about that is it does capture the tone of the book, which the tone of the book might be a little confusing, but it's it's like 80s kind of style, like animation, kind of wholesome team adventure group with kind of dark side. So
That is great, man. Like I felt like I was watching a like the old X-Men show, listening to that song.
Reminds me a little bit of the old Mr. T cartoon and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I've told the story before, but that was Pablo Ramiro, my artist. That's the only inspiration I sent him for the animation style was the opening credits to the Mr. T song.
Awesome. Nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man. Well, Preston, we have arrived.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit that beautiful fucking video right there.
Oh, wait, hold up. I want to make sure I shared the audio. Let me. Okay, yeah. Click the little box. See, that's how they get you. All right.
You know the story. A mad genius, an unholy creation. The world, of course, remembers the monster, not the man. But sometimes, when you look closely, there's more to a tale. Sometimes the monster is the man. This is the story of Dr. Salem, Monster Hunter. Frankenstein endures life-threatening wounds inflicted by his very own creation. His trusty assistant Igor injects him with the elixir of life, which puts him in a state of suspended animation. When he finally awakens, many years have passed and times have changed. The world that he knew is long gone and the tables have turned. Now monsters have emerged from the shadows and taken over. Victor Frankenstein finds that he is the one in man due to the devastation his creation had wrought. To make amends for his transgressions, Victor assumes the guise of Dr. Salem and hunt down rogue monsters. This new and exciting series, created by artist and writer Preston Escovedo, is a 52-page graphic novel that combines Lovecraftian horror with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein to give you a fresh new look into the world of classic monsters. So join the Doc Salem army and help Doc Salem bring peace and balance to the world, one monster at a time. Thank you for your support.
So that's Doc Salem.
Nice.
All of y'all have bitchin' videos. My videos look like garbage compared to these. Like, you know.
I wish it never took me so goddamn long to put those videos together. Because you have to chop the pages up and find the right music and all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. A day went by and I got no artwork done. I was like, God damn it.
Yep.
But
yeah.
So Salem is one of those passion projects, I guess. It was very easy to write and create this because it was almost like it was always there, or it was like it was just waiting for me to get good enough to put it on paper, you know? And so with this one, Doc Salem's going to be 52 pages. I have it also kicks off the first Comicsgate crossover with Brian Kriskow's Six Gun Gorilla and the Literature Devil's Doc Alpha. It's going to be called the Good and the Bad and the Ugly crossover.
I think that's so cool, by the way. I just wanted to say that.
Well, I'm a big fan of old Clint Eastwood movies.
Me too, absolutely.
And so yeah, it's interesting because like I'm a big fan of the Literature Devil and Brian's writing style. Like both of those guys are super good at what they do. And the Literature Devil actually did a 1-page non-panel grid story that is so freaking good. It reminds me of Mark Twain. Like Mark Twain said that he could tell a full story with a beginning, middle, and end in 3 words. And the Literature Devil managed to put that off in non-panels on a single page. And this Doc Salem story was so good, dude. Like it has words on it, but even without words, you can tell what's going on. It just drags you in. So yeah, that's going to be included. Also have a backup story about Gary the Hell Knight. He's an interesting character. But okay, so if you want to go over the tiers, or you want to, well, that's the back. Also the flashbacks. Whenever you see a flashback scene in here, it looks like you're looking at an old black and white movie. You know, actually took the glowing green liquid from the Reanimator.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah. Besides Frankenstein.
I still wish that you had told me that this guy was based on Herman Munster.
He's not. Actually, he's based on Boris Karloff. You know?
But he should be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like Boris Karloff has the perfect face. Like I have a big file on my computer with just different angles of Boris Karloff's face.
Yep.
I didn't want Doc Salem to be a very handsome fellow. I wanted him to look like Boris Karloff with a mask on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It goes along with the tone of, you know, the Frankenstein myth, where it's like nothing was really good looking. You know, everything was kind of gritty and dirty and, you know, real.
real. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I poke fun about stupid shit, like when people used to do the protest by standing in the middle of the street and shit like that. But Doc Salem is completely action packed. It starts out with action and it ends on a high note too. So, and my goal with this is once you receive this book and you read it, if you're not emailing me begging for the next issue, I didn't do my job correctly. Yeah. So that's the goal. Yeah. That's what I want with this book. Because the next one's going to be even better. Next one's going to be monster versus monster. Yeah. Frankenstein versus Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, so yeah, this is I got a brand new colorist on here. For some odd reason, nobody liked the original, like the colorist I had before. And so I decided to go with the one that I used for Road Trip. And I've had a good working relationship with him, and he's an amazing colorist. Like, I really like his work. And so he signed on to give me a hand with it. And,
Can I ask you, like, what was the feedback that you got, or I don't want to like burn your old colorist.
No,
like, why didn't people like it?
Honestly, they never really gave me a reason. It's just that they didn't think it fit right with my style, and it's fine if one person says that.
Yeah,
but it's not fun if 20 people say that.
Yeah,
totally.
At that point, you have to listen to the customers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so I did, and I got to say, like, sales have reflected the change. You know, and maybe I thought it was cool because it was kind of a cell shade type of look, and I used to dig the old anime cell shade look. You know, and but I have to say this, like Brian, the guy who's doing the colors on here, he knocked it out of the park. Like, he really did a really good job. And yeah. So this is Doc Salem. This is where we start rebuilding comics, right here with Doc Salem, Peregrine, all these books. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
Back Doc Salem, but remember to look at the rest of Comicsgate too. Yeah.
And
you want to look at the tiers, or you want to go over some other stuff?
we can look at the tiers.
Okay. So with the I'm constantly switching out the featured tier, but this tier is the stretch goal cover, which is the crossover cover. And so this is the one where you get the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know, with Doc Salem, Doc Alpha, and Six Gun Gorilla. You know, this, unlike the one that's offered to the pre-sign-ups and all those people who got the secret perk, that was the raw cover of this. You know, so once I hit gold, this cover became available. And yeah, and I also have it as an add-on, which is different from the original campaign. With the original campaign, there were no real add-ons because basically I didn't know what I was doing on Indiegogo. So I've learned a lot about running this type of thing. So if you can select any cover and then go back and have any other cover added on to it without any extra shipping.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and, wow. That is a great deal.
Yeah. It is a great deal. Although digital is not my favorite tier to put into a campaign, I do see the reason for it. Yeah, and you're definitely able to get a digital tier on this one. Yeah, a $10 digital tier. Yeah.
And it looks like you just got a backer.
Are you back?
Oh,
no, not me. Well, I mean, I have already, but no, I've already backed.
It's a quick save there.
Yeah, so this is my cover to Doc Salem. This is the one where I'm also I got the artwork listed as a perk on here. So yeah, this is 52 pages, full color. Now go back up for a second. One thing about the alternate covers, I'm friends with a couple of guys in mainstream, and this is Tim Lottie. Tim's a really good artist. He's a good friend of mine too. He's, and he did this cover for me as part of a trade out. And one thing I can say about him and Derek Donovan, he's the other cover, like right below that one. both of these guys, like him and Derek worked on, Tim worked on Ghostbusters and different things like that for the dearly departed IDW. Derek worked on Cyborg. He actually did a cover for the Sinestro Corp and different things like that. And me and these guys get along fantastic because we never discuss politics.
I mean,
we never see eye to eye on any of it. You know what I'm saying? So
that is the smart way to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like if you keep going down, there's some more stuff there. So that's the Johnny Segura cover. I don't know if you guys know Johnny Segura. Like he's kind of new to Comicsgate, and I would implore you guys to actually have him on your channel.
I've heard the name.
He did the Pipe Dreams book, and that's the one based on Mario Brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, but he's definitely got a Joe Mad type of style to his artwork. And me and Johnny are in kind of the same boat when it came to the mainstream, when we were both going after those positions.
Oh yeah.
They actually told Johnny, they said his style was fantastic. And if it was the 90s, they would have hired him immediately, but now the cartoony style isn't in and nobody wants that.
That is so fucking dumb.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And Johnny had almost every Kickstarter he runs, when he used to run Kickstarters, was a complete success. Like he never didn't have a failed anything, you know? So just goes to show how much they know. And you can get that as an add-on and anything else, you know, that cover.
Amen.
So the Doc Salem fan club, you get all of the alternate covers, all the collector's covers, not the stretch goal cover. So you get those 4 covers, the Tim Laddie, Derek Donovan, my cover, and Johnny Segura. Plus you also get a fan club card with a decoder on the back of it. So any secret messages that I add into Doc Salem, you'll be able to decipher. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Dakota rings.
Dude, I so wanted to get a Dakota ring, but it's so impossible to get that. Like, I was like, I got it. Like, that's something that would work good for Doc Salem, but I think it'd work fantastic for what is it, Astro Girl?
Rocket Gal?
Rocket Gal, yeah, that would work perfect for that too, dude. And so I collect art. I have 45 pages available. 3 of them were claimed, but yeah, like, so if you want an original page from Doc Salem, it's it's $150 plus you also you don't get the book with it because it has to be shipped completely different. I'll ship the pages in an art tube to protect them. But the books have to be shipped flat. So that's the only reason I never made it to where you can get both on the same perk.
That is actually a great deal, in my opinion. Like, because all the other original art pages I see usually go over $200. So like that is a steal.
Well, panel pages are hard to get rid of, I've noticed, and it's because like not every page is a home run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I mean, every one of my pages is a home run, but I'm just saying in general, some people don't. Yeah.
Well, it's important. It's important, like, to think about like trying to write it so that every page is like kind of its own unit.
Well, I'm not talking about bad art though. I'm talking about like it's not going to be a perfect picture of the character in every one. Like you might just get a headshot or something like that because it has to tell a story. It's more important to tell a story than sell that page to some people anyways.
Hey.
And that's the cover. So I collect art and it's $350 for the cover of the book. And once again, you don't get the book with it. You have to order that separately because it has to be shipped completely different. And the only reason I ship it in R tubes and not flat is because I've had whenever I ship shit flat and I put do not bend, I think my mailman actually takes that as a challenge.
Dude, yeah, I have to ship everything in tubes now because no way.
Yeah, like I actually think like it doesn't matter what I put in there, like he's fucking bending it.
You want to tell me not to bend things? I'll show
Don't bend
him.
it, huh?
Bastards.
And
the
so this is the
crossover.
collector's art. This is the crossover art. So you can also get that, and that's $350 for the crossover art. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of art tiers. Also, it was pointed out to me that I don't have any really high-end perks. So I added a high-end perk. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with my painted style, but
Yeah.
I'm a pretty accomplished painter. My goal is to become the CG version of Frank Frazetta.
Hey.
Or Simon
Well on the
Bisley,
way.
either one.
Well on the way, man. Well on the
Oh,
way.
thanks.
Really good.
I
Really good
appreciate
paintings, man. Love them.
Thanks. I'm always trying to improve. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. But I'm offering a $3,000 perk on here, but you actually get an 24 by 30 painting. So if anybody wants to know what that is, that's about a movie's the size of a movie poster, and it's on a high-end canvas. And this is something where it'll come like pre-set up to be hung. So as soon as it's finished being painted, you'll be able to stick it on your wall and let it go. It's going to be shipped in masonite to go ahead and make sure that nothing can puncture the canvas or hurt it in any way. So yeah, it's probably, I know it's expensive, but it's going to be worth it, and this is a commission piece. This isn't something that I just paint. This is something to where you say, I want this, and I'll give you what you want. Like, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be Doc Salem.
That is a great,
it could be anything.
that is great. That is a freaking awesome idea. I mean, you're a font of awesome ideas. Like, I've had you on twice now, and you've blown my mind each time.
Well,
Don't be modest, Preston. Take it.
I got it. Those are close-ups of all the alternate covers, and they're fantastic, dude. I only wish that Tim Lottie would have went ahead and did his as an original piece, because I would have bought it. And Johnny too. Both of those guys do all digital, and it just irritates the shit out of me because the work looks so good, And I like collecting art, especially when it's art of my character.
Absolutely.
Nobody does original art anymore, and that's almost destroyed the collector's market, or made it more like things more collectible, And but the one thing that you can bet on is that Doc Salem will always have a piece of collector's art that goes with it. So and so I mean, if you go down a little bit more, I got mashups that aren't covers. That's the one that was available to anybody that pre-signed up or backed Rockabilly Road Trip or back the original Doc Salem campaign. You got a chance to get that cover right there. So here's a mashup right here.
Wow.
And this is Doc Salem, Vincent, Magic Cop, and if you scroll down just a little bit more, you can see Wart the Wizard in there.
There he is.
That's actually 15 by 23, and it's available as a perk, but it's a $350 perk, but it's a one-off. There's not going to be duplications of that. It's not going to be a cover. It's not going to be anything except for what it is.
Damn.
It's incredible.
Get that credit card out, Mandy.
I've been cut off again for a couple of days.
My husband has it. So right below that one is the one I did the mashup between Doc Salem and Death Sworn, and also Gene Simmons in the background. I blacked him out because I didn't want Gene Simmons coming to yell at me. But
I can't see Gene having too much of a problem with this.
Dude, that dude will sue over the drug.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like he's very, very, he has a vice grip on anything Kiss,
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, dude. Like Gene does not play.
No,
Like
Gene's about money.
yeah. Like he's like, how much you offering that? $350? Yeah. Well, you got to pay me $300.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, that's available as a perk too. And then once again, that's 15 by 23 inches. Yeah. I draw
Nice.
big because I like condensing detail.
Yeah.
But detail is always like that's the first thing I look for in artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just the writer, so I don't really know.
Well, I'm a big Arthur Adams fan. Like whenever it comes to art, like comic art, and I met Arthur once because I always admired his work, but I couldn't figure out how he was getting so much detail. Except maybe he was using 0.3 lead or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I met him, and I realized that's where I learned to go ahead and draw big. Because he draws this size. He draws at 15 by 23, and he when it's shrunken down, it looks like he just put this amazing amount of detail. And to be honest, I move so much quicker like doing this. Like I can knock like 2 or 3 pages out a day in pencil. I mean, it's not that hard when you don't feel like you're being smothered on the page, when you don't feel like it's claustrophobic. Yeah.
Wow. Guys, if y'all haven't signed up for Doc Salem, I don't know if I can talk to y'all.
Not much time left. There's not much time left at all.
So
a few days left.
Are you planning? You're not planning on going in demand with this one?
It will eventually. It will, but I'm probably going to take perks away once it goes in demand. Like what I'm thinking about doing now on Road Trip is taking away the album as a perk, because I have on there where you can get vinyl. Yeah. But and 2 of them sold, but I think that's going to. I think I have to eliminate that because I'm having issues like getting the album made because of the stupid coronavirus.
Yeah, that makes
and it's irritating the shit out of me right now.
I don't blame you.
I mean, honestly, I don't see what the big 2 are complaining about because printing isn't an issue for me right at the moment. And honestly, I haven't heard anything about it being an issue for any of the comic skaters. It seems to only be an issue for the big 2, and I think that's a smokescreen. Yeah.
Well, it was an issue for it was an issue for John Malin. He had it over in China, and then he had to bring his stuff back, and he got his stuff in Transcontinental, and then found out that they were shutting down like right as they had taken his money and were going to print. So
that kind of makes sense because China has a deduction in their population at the moment.
Right. Well, I think it was
with Chinese New Year that lasts apparently an entire freaking month.
Yeah.
And then right after that, then the coronavirus hit, and he's just like, "Oh fuck!
Wow.
Here you go."
Yeah, I wouldn't trust China to go. Like, I think that's why people are stocking up on toilet paper. Because they're like, "Oh crap, China's not going to be able to produce the whole thing."
And Rob, have you caught the coronavirus? I see you sneezing and what's going on with you over there? Are you sick?
I always have a like a
allergies.
Yeah, well, persistent allergies, and then I don't know if you've seen, I've been like smoking cigars every day, so
yeah.
It's her. So, but I was a little like stuffed up. I don't think I've had the coronavirus, but it's possible. I live in New York City usually, but we like fled when the mayor declared a state of emergency. So we've been gone now for like, I don't know, almost 2 months at my beach house, and everybody's been healthy. So if it was like a case that like you get and don't have symptoms, it's possible, but I don't think I've had it, to be honest with you.
It's funny that some of the symptoms of the coronavirus mimic like allergies.
They do, but I have allergies too. Have y'all been in a store yet and sneezed or coughed, and everybody's like,
everybody like fucking. It's like you're one of the you remember Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where if you're not one of them,
yes, just like that.
like that. Yeah, my allergies have been crazy because it's spring pollen in the south. I love the pollen. So I've been sneezy and my eyes are all puffy, and every time I go out, I think people think that I have the plague. So
oh, it's crazy, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought about just going to Walmart and just coughing to see what would happen, but then fucking arrest me.
No,
they look at you sideways and they don't look at you nice.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry.
That's you're gonna get yourself killed, sir.
Or if you try to get a head on, and you just cough, watch everybody scatter.
Rob, I seen him sneeze like 3 times, and I'm like, "Hey, you got it? You got that?"
I don't think I sneezed.
No, it's dry cough.
Just,
Like if you have a dry cough, it's supposed to, that's the coronavirus. But I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, if you lose your sense of smell, I think I can smell everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Outlaw Nights.
It's now live on Indiegogo.
Not yet.
Oh,
No,
Outlaw Nights coming soon to Indiegogo.
It's going on May
Did
1st.
you finish Outlaw? Is that done, or is it?
No, we're still working on it. Basically, I've been playing it very conservative and kind of close to the vest, where it's like I only commission pages when I have the money for them.
Yeah.
It's like right off the bat. But thanks to the government, we can get some more headway done.
How many pages is Outlaw going to be?
This go around, we're shooting for, if we hit 7K, it's going to be about 25 pages. But if we can get to 14K, it's going to be 50.
Yeah.
I know that sounds kind of sucky. It's just
people don't understand. Like, you're a writer, right?
Yeah.
So you have to pay an artist, you have to pay a colorist, you have to pay everybody right down the line.
Yep.
Am I right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So $7K to produce a 22-page book, 24-page book, that's nothing. That's
it's really not. It's really not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'm just really proud of this project. It's something that's been in the back of my head for a good 10 years. It was just something like it was a movie idea, and then as I was thinking more practically about it, I was kind of like, well, there's no telling if I'm ever going to get the funding to produce this into a feature.
Yeah.
So I might as well try to do something kind of practical with it first. So I tried to write it as a novel, and then I got I think I got about 20 pages in, and I realized I fucking hate this.
Yeah. No, novels. Plus, novels are a harder sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Especially when it comes to space opera. Space opera, you should do graphic novels with space opera. Like, I won't read I will read a novel if it's space opera, but if I had time. But graphic novels are much more better, dude, because you need visuals to go with that shit.
Absolutely. And when Comicsgate rolled around and I learned more about sort of this, the thing I came to admire about it was this grassroots movement of we're going back to what worked. We're going back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was like everything just kind of lined into place. And I just figured, why not try it as a comic script? And I found that it actually seems to work best as a comic.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show y'all my little preview. It's not really that fancy,
Me and Micah, when we were talking last night, yours was one of the properties I brought up too. because that's a book that can compete with mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh well, thank you.
yeah, no, I'm serious, because the amount of effort you put into the art, and I haven't read the story, but it seems like you pretty much got that down, you know. So
Oh,
I might
yeah.
have to trust you on the story, but just the previews, it looks like something worth reading, you know, because I'm a huge fan of Dreadstar and Farscape and things like that, and this kind of reminds me a little bit about that, yeah. And what was that other one? It was Cowboys in Space.
Brave Star.
No, it was live action. Like it was. I don't. God damn it! I can't remember the name. Yeah. God damn it! It's right on the tip of my tongue. Like, whatever. I can't remember. But it only lasted like a season or two, and it was badass. Yeah. But yeah, dude. Like this reminds me of that, and this is stuff that nobody's producing, you know, and the artwork obviously looks like it's done well, you know. It's not like some Greg Land rehashed bullshit, yeah.
But the artist we got is Render Contender, who has done work for John Malin and Art T. Bear.
Yeah.
I think he's considered Art T. Bear's, I guess, apprentice in a way.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
And really, it's just everything lined up perfectly, because I was sending my script out to artists that I saw online that I just thought like, wow, I really like that style. I want to see what that is. And Render, like, you know, he just said he read the script and he really liked it, and this was something he could get invested in, like passionate about. So I was like, oh fuck yes, you know, like.
Oh, that's always a plus too. Like that's what I tell people too. Like, I mean, if I really need the money, I'll take on a job. But if I have a choice, like usually I won't, because it's harder for me to get into it. At least it used to be harder for me to get into a project where you can obviously see like this isn't where the story is supposed to go, you know, or this makes no sense, but still you have to illustrate it. You know what I'm saying? And like there was one guy I did a book for, and he insisted that I stick to his panel descriptions, even though they were boring. It made no sense. And I was like, all right, dude, whatever. This isn't going to make sense. But I was like, okay, you know, I never signed anything. I was just I paid per page, and that was it. But
I do think it's important to get input from artist and writer. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's good to collaborate in the storytelling area, because there's things Render knows about that I don't know about, that like, because he's done a few things where he's like, all right, I had to switch this around because it didn't quite make sense here and all that. And it was I was just always like, oh, that's great. You know,
no, you're right. Like, you got to trust your artist when it comes to layout, because you, as a writer, you're not seeing the whole picture, you know?
Yeah.
He's the guy that you got to trust to see the rest of it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
So I'm excited for launching on May 1st. My barometer that I'm using is I want to get at least 100 people on the email list before we launch. And if we can't, I might have to push it back to like June 1st.
I mean, that's a good goal. Like, no, you're right. Definitely do that. I'm sorry. I mean, with Doc Salem, I had 47 pre-campaign signups, and I'm not sure every one of those people like actually signed up for the actual campaign, you know. But Doc Salem's, it's got 3 days to go, and it's at 121, you know, like backers. So that's not always a good way to measure how many backers you're going to have, yeah. Like, but
yeah, you know. Well, yeah, we are getting close to the 2-hour marker here, so I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to start signing off. So,
I got a question.
So, you know,
can I just?
What's up?
Oh, I just wanted. I had this like idea. I know you guys probably realize that like something happened like the last couple of days where my book sales popped up all of a sudden. You know what I mean? And I'm not all that crazy. I'm not all that crazy about like how and why that happened, you know. But there was a thing that I was thinking I could do. for the people that like bought my book in that time, it might kind of make it better a little bit. And that was like throwing in some like extra books from like my collection in their orders. You guys think that's crazy? That's something I was thinking about doing. So like,
I don't think it's.
This is like so. This is like a. Do you have this, Mandy? This is like Cable 150, like how to draw cable, something like that. I've got like a couple from that run, or like maybe some Cyberfrog books that I got.
Here's the thing. Like, if these people backed your book, they don't want any books out of your collection.
Yeah.
No,
they just want a really good Cyborg USA. It doesn't matter why they backed it, but what matters is what they take away from it when they read it. See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do, and we're really proud of the book. So this is like Cyborg USA 1 and 2. They're gonna
absolutely
enjoy
like if
those.
they backed it. Let them just make sure that they like it enough to where they'll come back and back it again.
If you feel like you need to do something extra, you could always handwrite a note to put in the packaging that, personally, handwritten is more personal than typed. That just says, thank you and whatever you want to say to them. It sounds lame, but when I get those and stuff that I buy, like if I buy handmade stuff on Etsy or I buy, back a book and stuff, and I get handwritten anything that's like to me, that just makes my day.
I'm the same way, and I've actually written a thank you note to every single one of my backers. Like I wrote them. So I don't know. Just
all right. I'm just throwing that out.
You can promise to like give them fellatio if they.
There will be some signups for that.
Yeah, make that face too while you're.
Oh, good lord!
No, it's but dude, just like I said, it doesn't. People are showing their support, so take it.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It looks like everybody's
like
good.
What you're doing is that they're backing something good. Don't just throw any crap out there and let them. That's
that was one reason I thought maybe I shouldn't do it. I want them to be focused on my book.
Yeah.
And I know it's a great read, and I'm excited to sell it.
Yeah.
So.
But like Mandy said, put a handwritten note in there. Just fucking thank you. That goes a long way.
Go out and buy a bunch of copies of Squirrel Girl. Stick that in there.
If you want to, like, if you really feel guilty about it, send them to Doc Salem.
All right. All right. I'll write the link in. I'll say back Doc Salem if you feel like it.
You can add some underwear to it.
Underwear?
Fold them up and everybody a pair of
dirty underwear. Just put some dirty.
I'm really happy.
To be used.
I like my underwear. I don't want to get more.
Well, you gotta buy some new ones and just wear them for a day and then send them.
It's really not a good time to go shopping for underwear right
now. True.
Mandy's using cam girl tactics over here.
Whatever works.
I appreciate the suggestion. I will give it some thought.
Yeah, never feel guilty because somebody's supporting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man, you have an awesome looking book. So those people who signed up for it, they're in for a good treat, and you don't owe them anything other than that.
Well, you own the book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're getting the book. All right.
So
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
So yeah, how about this time we start with Mandy?
Oh, okay. So, like what? Yeah, everybody. Mandy Summers. You can find me on YouTube at Mandy Summers. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wart the Wizard. Don't forget to check out Comics Avalon to get some awesome merchandise and check out my book Hardcore Pornosaur while you are over there. Also, don't forget to sign up for the Super Dead mailing list and 2 weeks left on Wart the Wizard, you guys. So if you have not backed it yet, you're running out of time, and you're going to be really, really sad if you don't back it, because Wart 2, Peter Gilmore is going to be the artist on that one, and you're going to be like, oh, damn, I missed the first one, and it is what it is.
Yep.
So, and this will be the last book I ever draw. So this is it. This is it for my artistic skills. I'm sticking to my doodles from now on, and so, yeah.
Show that again. I was wondering what you were doing.
I'm just doodling.
It would.
I think you're a good artist. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not horrible, but CG is filled with just like mind-blowingly good artists, and not horrible, but yeah, when you're going up against like Ethan and Balin and Preston, it's like fuck, okay. So yeah, but yeah, so this will be the last book I ever draw. So yeah, if you want that collector's only thing Mandy drew type thing, 2 weeks left.
Mandy, if in like 30 years you decide to draw another book, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
In 30 years, I will be I'm gonna be on my own private island.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna be 29.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yes, absolutely. I'll be 29.
So, Piper.
Oh boy. Please back Peregrine. And everybody that already has, thank you so much. I was really freaked out. This being the first campaign, this being a group project and everything, and what we were trying to do, whether or not it was gonna, catch on and accomplish its purpose. Thank you so much. Anybody else, just check it out. If it's not to you, maybe share it. And check us out on Graded Point 5, a YouTube channel. That's where you can find most of the team chilling on streams. Well, a lot of the team.
Mitch had the stream on Saturday. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. And on Saturdays, Graded Point 5 channel is hosting the next Ladies' Night because I only got to host half of a Ladies' Night last Saturday.
Ladies' Night.
So the CG Ladies' Night stream will be on the Graded channel again this Saturday. It moves around, but it'll be on Graded. And
Awesome.
check that out because we're just trying to do something different and funny.
That's awesome, actually. I think that's a good thing that you guys are doing.
And if you want to be on it, because we still kind of want to promote stuff, even though we have other activities we do.
Are you guys giving away underwear? I'm just asking.
No, we do.
Asking for a friend.
We give away t-shirts.
I was about to say we do give away clothing, just not underwear.
Not underwear. Maybe I can get Wyatt on to adding that to Comics Avalon, so we can start giving
little
away
like thongs with the logo on it.
Do they double as masks?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. If you're feeling a little spicy, you can do that. I want pictures though.
If you want to promote your stuff on there, just grab a wig and some lipstick and let us know.
See, I don't have a camera, so the most I can do is like a woman voice, I know.
Get a camera.
Oh, so yes, it's
Ladies'
and I'm
night.
Will
Gina
Gina
be
be appearing on the Ladies' Night? Or
I asked Gina. She was the first person I asked because it seemed appropriate to be the first person I asked. She said that she is War Campaign stream exclusive. Yeah, she said she won't go on any other streams, just War Campaign. So if you want Gina, you gotta go check her out on those streams. She is right.
Freaking VIP over here.
Those guys have her on an exclusive contract. I can't believe that.
Yeah. So good old Cyborg USA. Let's do it.
Yeah, guys. Still in demand. Got probably about 100 or so more copies left to sell before these are going to pretty much be gone for good. This is issue 1. This is issue 2. The Canon white cover. They are spot UV, which you can kind of tell. See how there you go. Kind of dances around the thing and kind of tell there too a little bit.
Yeah.
And then here's my Cyborg USA T-shirt. Check it out, Indiegogo. Thank you.
Where can we find you?
Well, I'm on Twitter, unfortunately.
Okay.
At Captain USA. And then I have a YouTube that's Splendopia, but I don't usually post a lot of stuff. And I'm doing shows if people ask me to. So here I am. Thank you.
Well, Hey, I'm gonna be asking y'all again at some point, like all of y'all. So
Cool.
there you go. Peter.
Yep, Peter Gilmore Art on Twitter. Please go and check out Rocket Gal and the Mole Men of Mars. We're kind of halfway through the campaign at the moment. You can get to that by just going to rocketgalcomic.com. That'll find us there. Sign up for the mailing list for Super Dead.
Nice.
Which is superdeadcomic.com. We'll take you there. And Comics Avalon. ComicsAvalon.com is where we've got all the merch and stuff. And if you want to catch me on YouTube, you'll find me on Mandy Summers' YouTube channel. MandySummers.com will take you there.
Nice.
We got all the .coms.
.coms around here. We're fans of the .coms.
Yeah. And if you
Wow.
also go and buy Hardcore Pornosaur, I get one cinnamon bear for every copy sold.
All right.
That's how I paid him for the cover with Cinnamon Bears.
He pays me with cinnamon bears and by not beating me.
Yeah.
That's incentive.
Yeah.
I like cinnamon bears.
They're good. They're the best.
So good. They're addictive.
They are. I'd never heard of them. She told me about them. I bought some. God damn it. Now I have to buy them all the time.
It's like when I was 11.
Yeah. Right. Over to you, Preston.
I'm actually, my interest is peaked on Super Dead. I want to see more of that actually.
Yeah.
You'll get a chance to
The concept is
it's dark.
Yeah.
It's Mandy's different.
I kind of swapped up a little bit how I was going to write it because originally we were going to do it really cutesy and cartoony with, and have him be like a superhero that he thinks he's a superhero. But then Pete showed me some of the art he was thinking about doing. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm going dark with this one. Yeah. So it is going to be really, there's going to be a lot of death. It's going to be nonstop killing. It's going to be freaking So I'm super excited. I've already
52 pages of death and blood.
Yes. Which is so different from Word, which is awesome because I'm ready to do some big girl writing now. So yeah.
Talk to me later about maybe doing a painted cover or something like that as an alternate. And you guys will be able to like use the pre-sketch. It's the same thing I offer everybody. But the CG people get a really good deal, and you also get all the art to go ahead and auction off and do what you got to do. I mean, the one thing I got to tell you is that I think, what was it? It was The Gods Fear Me. Like I did a sketch for that dude and the raw cover. I think he made like $3,000 off of just getting rid of the raw cover and the art and all kinds of stuff like that. Like, so it's definitely worth a thought about it. Plus, dude, I really like the concept of Super Dead. That just sounds interesting. Yeah.
The name alone. The name alone is great to me. Super Dead.
Oh, absolutely.
I wish I could take credit for that, but I was talking about it. I think it was on Rage and Golden Eagle stream, and somebody in the chat, the chat was suggesting names, and when that one popped up, it was like, "That's it. That's the name. It's so perfect for what."
And you guys need to move on this too, because this is the shit we need to go ahead and rebuild this comic industry that's in ruins right now.
Absolutely. That's so great about finding Pete is he makes up for the art that I lack, and I make up for not being a grunt fuck. So he loves me.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting. But enough about Super Dead. Back Doc Salem. Check out Doc Salem. It's live. It's going. It's good. And it's definitely super interesting. And it's everything I love about comics, the Golden Age, Frankenstein, all that kind of crap. So check that out.
And where can we find you at so we can get that art? Yeah.
I'm very easy to find at Nikki the Pipe on Twitter. Preston Acevedo, Asevedo, Asevedo, not AAC, on Twitter, and Art of Pressing Acevedo on Facebook. Yeah,
Nice.
That's it. And you won't be getting my bank account number or anything like that.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I mean,
but please feel free to send me yours.
I was expecting you to send me yours first. I thought that was going to be the mutual exchange here.
Well, me and you, we live in the same city, so we ain't got to worry about that. We'll be able to meet up and exchange.
Wait,
stuff.
do we?
You live in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Louisiana. Well, I'm
Yeah.
close. Yeah. So.
Oh,
I'm in
okay.
Ponchatoula.
Oh, damn! You're the one who was in Ponchatoula.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one that was in Slidell.
Oh,
Just
get out!
freaking awesome.
My favorite comic shop is in Slidell. Like, you ever been to Tim's shop? Like,
Oh, I haven't lived there in a while, but that sounds
okay.
familiar.
Where do you live now? Like, what's your
Ohio.
address?
I'll tell you the state. Ohio, it's very, very, very different here.
Is it
Well, I
is
think
it
we're-
flat? Is it flat?
Actually, it has more steep inclines than I was expecting. Because
Okay.
most
Yeah.
of driving in Louisiana is bridges over water, and that's flat.
Yeah, we're pretty much plains over here. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I think Mandy, you're in the South too, right? Like, so
Yeah,
Fuse
Georgia.
Box. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I'm Georgia, so I'm up near the mountains.
yeah. So
Okay.
we're where all the good food's at.
I'm over in the east quite a bit. Quite a bit to
Middle
the east.
East for you, Pete. Yes.
Yeah, just a touch.
I'm pretty close. I'm
like
pretty
we're
close to
talking
Peter.
haggis type of east, or
I heard there may be a body of water.
Yeah, yeah. You know, roll your pant legs up. You'll be fine.
Yeah, small pond, just a small
Yeah,
pond.
take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. You'll be okay.
I hope Patty said I'm from Hazard County.
Cheers.
also on the
Cheers.
22nd,
Oh,
Doc Salem would be the subject of drawn and back hold. So
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh,
definitely
nice.
check
Very
that out.
nice.
gotta
Peter should
catch
jump
that.
in to go ahead and do some Doc Salem art.
Oh man, this has been a lot of fun. Everybody, thank you all so much for coming on. I had a great time. We got to do, hell, I'd invite you all every week if it was possible, but I'm gonna have to switch it up a little. But I'm definitely gonna be inviting all of you back at some point because
Cool.
this is a lot of fun. And, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for Fusebox Engaged. Be sure to check out all of these awesome projects that we have looked at. Get on the email list for Outlaw Knights, Genesis of a Renegade. You don't want to miss out on that. And I will catch you all next week. Thank you so much, everybody.
Later.
Bye-bye.
See ya.